brand new. Bitches acting like they running shit they really ran through. I spend that 500 before I ever trap you. They thought I was gon' fall off, I hate to bring you bad news. Through so many racks, a bitch can't even see the flow. From Atlanta to LA, the only time I'm back and forth. Cheap niggas make you pee, rich niggas get you both. Gave a Bentley to valet and let that nigga dry the boat. Be quiet, be quiet. Let me pop off. Leave the club, sloppy drunk, come home and get my rocks off. Her bitch from the south, he tryna see me knock his socks off. Told them bitches meet me at the top, think they got lost. I'm on go like Grizz. She thought I would kiss her ass, she must ain't took her meds. Shit around my neck, it cost an arm and leg. Swear that nigga set for life, I let him get me preg. I done it all, feel like shot it low. Laughing to the bank, but shit is not a joke. Say she got a problem, imaginary smoke. Bitches set it up, then put it on the floor. I done it all, feel like shot it low. Laughing to the bank, but shit is not a joke. Say she got a problem, imaginary smoke. Bitches set it up, then put it on the floor. I don't know what y'all been told. Bet your mans know if you don't, what's happening?
Put a ribbon on me, I've been acting brand new. I ain't smoking on no side, little bitch, I'm smoking on you. Put your bestie in a pack and now I'm smoking her too. I've been ballin' so them hard could've went to LSU. Got so many chains on, I can't even see my throat. These hoes don't do enough, that's why I always do the most. Broke niggas give the dick, rich niggas sponsor goals. Only thing a nigga get from me for free is free to bros. Let me pop it off, point me to the biggest slug, baby girl, come top it off. She said she don't like me cause she love me, duh, knock it off. That bitch made some pages just to sub me, but I block them all. All these hoes is mid, got her lurking on my page before she feed her kids. Shitting on these bitches, dunking on their heads. Get these hoes some melatonin, put their ass to bed. Nigga cry for what? Bitch, these are denim tears. I'm sexy dancing in the house, I feel like Britney Spears. So put it on the floor, just like their career. What they got on me, bodies in a couple years.
I done it all, feel like shot it low. Laughing to the bank, but shit is not a joke. Say she got a problem, imaginary smoke. Bitches set it up, then put it on the floor. I don't know what y'all been told. Bet your mans know if you don't, what's happening?
Yeah, it's giving kind. I'm in the booth playing with my pussy, bitch. Big lotto, big party. It's a real bitch party. Put it on the floor again, bitch.
Go, Grizz.
What I made to be. What's happening? Big lotto. Rip me out the plastic, I been acting brand new. Bitches acting like they running shit.
Hey y'all, welcome to the building. Welcome to Just Me TT. Sorry, I got a mouthful of food. But I want to thank everybody for being here. We got an exclusive update on the Carlee Russell case. And I'm going to play the recent press conference that was held this afternoon. But before we get into that, let me salute everybody in the building. Salute melanated. Salute not on my watch. Can y'all hear me? I'm gonna Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, because it's the storm just swarmed in here, and my power is flickering on and off, so I'm not gonna keep this going, just because I don't want to lose power in the middle of the broadcast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna come back once wait a minute, let me see something. We might be back up. Give me a second. Y'all, it looks crazy right now. It's like super dark. All the wind is just going crazy. It sounded like the windows and doors was shaking and shattering. So I hope we don't get a tornado warning. Hold on a sec. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, can y'all hear me? It's crazy, right? Salute, Monea. Salute, Jamal. Y'all say a prayer for this area right now. I don't know. It's a bad storm. Okay, so let me try to get the disclaimer up.
Turn it over to Chief Harris. Thank you, Captain. Good afternoon. Thanks to everyone for attending again today. I want to thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was within the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement entirely, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, it would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBC 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
Ricky G on WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting?
Yeah, no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bria Chapman with Fox 6, what's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up.
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bring her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13, do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan, with JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened to those 49 hours. Where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony. That's all we know.
Keith Mims, WAGG 16 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
You know, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's this is a very elaborate. This was an elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Liviana Kelmy, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. Was not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen, and we're thankful for that.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
All right, y'all. So again, Carlee, let me see. We got some people in the building. Hey, Big O, welcome. Hey, RH Beautiful. Salute Shank, welcome. So as y'all can see, Carlee, through a lawyer, confessed to this all being a hoax. So what we know for right now is that she did not get kidnapped. She did not see a baby on the road. She faked her own kidnapping, and they're going to be investigating this further and then seeing if they're going to be bringing up charges on her. And if you go over to Shank's channel, the majority of the people believe that she should face some sort of legal or some sort of legal repercussion behind her actions. So there is a consequence that to this. I believe it would be fall under filing the false report or enticing um, panic with the public, and then there were funds that went out to aid in her search. So that may have to be paid back as well. But Carlee's in a hot seat because what we're doing over here is we're actually trying to aid in getting the conditions of the Amber Alert raised past the age of 17. So when younger adults or older adults go missing, alerts can go out for them as well, because we have a numerous amount of missing persons in our country, and we're trying to put a stop and halt to what's going on. So this is just devastating because she used something, that's troubling us as a people. um, you know, it pulled on our heartstrings. We felt for her, and she does need jail time. Shank, I agree. I said she needs to be made. They need to force her to stand out in the hot sun and pass out missing persons flyers for those that are truly missing, and for those families that have not received justice for their loved ones, and their loved ones have not been returned home. My heart goes out to them, because this is not something to play about. This isn't funny at all. And yeah, we're disappointed in what Carlee did. So like I said, because of her actions, we're just going to keep an eye out on the repercussions that are handed out to her. And hopefully she takes accountability. She does the right thing. She makes a public statement and offers a public apology to everybody that everybody that felt for her during the time that we believe she was missing. Salute, Roundtable. Okay, can y'all hear me? So I had some other video clips to show y'all, but right now I'm gonna have to put a halt on that because the Wi-Fi went back down. Thank you, not on my watch. So the StreamYard link is pinned down below if anybody wants to come up and join me in the discussion. Again, if you're just coming in, salute, Melanated. There was a news. Oh yeah, I know it's completely down. Right. There was a press conference held, and investigators did report that Carlee admitted to this being a hoax. So we just played the clip, and this is unfortunate. I mean, we pretty much knew that this was all hoax, and we were baffled by what we were hearing. But of course, since it's been confirmed, a lot of people are going to be on the lookout for justice to be served in this situation, because she caused a panic. um, She insinuated that a child was in extreme danger walking along the side of the highway. People, just really panicked, and to come to find out all this is a hoax. This is jacked up. Um, and people want to see justice served. So I'm trying to see if my Wi-Fi will pop back on so I can show you these other clips. Because I've been on TikTok all day after I watched the what did Big O say? Why you delete your messages, Big O? So yeah, I've been on TikTok and I've been on YouTube and I've been also on Instagram, and people are just disgusted, as not as they should be. So let me get to some of y'all's comments. Monet said, "Why is she being allowed to come in and do stuff when she committed crimes?" That's a good question, Monet. I heard that the parents was asking for her to be on a 72-hour like psych hold so they could do an evaluation. I don't understand why that wasn't done in the beginning, but clearly this young lady planned all this out based off of what we know with the Google searches and taking those items from her job and all that whatnot. It definitely seems like this was pre-planned. And I'm hearing that she had some she had put up some crazy tweets within the hours leading up to this hoax. So I don't know what they're going to do as far as getting her mentally evaluated. But I do not believe this is a mental illness situation. I believe this young lady was just seeking attention, and she was not expecting it to go as far as it did. So RH said, Shank Rock facts, even though Sherry Papini was more extreme and lasted for 3 weeks, it's the same situation. So she definitely needs the same jail time. And I agree with you and with you, Shank, and URH. They're gonna make an example out of her, I believe. I don't think that there's gonna be no kind of leniency shown or slap on the wrist. I don't think that that is what's gonna happen in this situation. People are outraged. I just hope she doesn't get a slap on the wrist because her family is well off. Yeah, and I thought about that too, Monet. I don't think she's gonna be able to buy her way out of this one. Now she has lawyered up, and I believe that she should lawyer up, but I don't think it's going to matter. Let's see. Right, Monea definitely does. And she was just, the stories that I've been hearing about the boyfriend and him and her breaking up, and then she had him blocked, and then once this incident took place, she unblocked him. It was definitely to get his attention, I think, and the outcome of what she did is not going to look good for her. And you just don't do this type of stuff. Salute, Not on My Watch. Welcome up to the panel.
Salute, salute to you, salute to everybody in the chat. I was sitting up there, thinking about, well, I had said before either she's got some type of mental illness or she's running a master play. So, with everything going on, and that the ex boyfriend had gotten a restraining order against her.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what all that is about, but I really think she went over to the Red Roof Inn, and they've had the rumors of her having a boyfriend. Was any of that confirmed?
I think it's still just speculations and rumors right now. I don't think it's confirmed that she was with the boyfriend, the new boyfriend.
Mhm.
They just know that no dude in no orange half head wig came and took her, and there wasn't any
Right.
baby on the side of the road. And then what's crazy is, um, backing into those woods, they were up there saying there were plenty of escape routes. Because I was thinking she had to walk backwards behind her vehicle and got into another vehicle. But I guess that's not the case because they look real good at the video and they're
Right.
not seeing any other vehicles presence on that highway where she was. So I guess she just went through the woods, y'all. I guess she actually
Well,
did.
remember she had came up with that, lie that she had gotten away. Remember, they got her in the 18 wheeler. Remember, she got
Hmm.
away and then she got into the little 4x4, whatever. So I'm thinking, golly, she got away twice. And like they said, they combed her hair, painted her nails, like that was the sweetest and the nicest kidnappers, you know, in the world.
Right.
Think about that. Like, how nice could they have been?
And
And
then
y'all
let
know
her
I'm a
and then
little,
let her go back home with $107 in her socks.
right.
I need them to kidnap me.
Yeah. And then they said that, she said that they stripped her,
Hmm.
completely naked, but they left, I guess they left the socks on, with the $107 in there. And it's just like, I knew, she had ran a play from the beginning, but I really think she went to the Red Roof Inn. And y'all know I'm a little bit more ghetto, but she got her back blown out. I think, I think, girl, come on. She done got her back blown out, trying to make the
Well,
little
maybe that's
boyfriend
why
jealous.
she didn't walk straight home. She couldn't walk right when she got in the store.
Right. And remember also, too, with that, going on, you have to think, right? So her making her boyfriend mad and jealous for, being with the stripper or whatever he was doing. I don't know if she thought that was going to make him come back, but we got to remember all of the searches she did on her phone. And, everybody knows that technology is at a different stage, you know, now. So anything that you look, research, everybody has a ring doorbell, right? They're going to follow you to wherever you are. And like, they said she was walking perfectly fine, and then she got to the corner and ran and started, the yelling and screaming and all that. But I knew when she,
Mhm.
went to the hospital and she was only there an hour, we knew it wasn't a 5150. They did not, give her a psychiatric evaluation because they didn't do that hold. So right there, we should have known. And shout out to Shank too. We have so much fun over there with the hologram, got her, the baby
A
alien,
baby
and,
Yoda.
yeah, the Yoda, baby Yoda, all that stuff, was all, fun and everything. We had to make some type of comedy out of it because this is crazy. Everything that she said. And to be on the serious side of it, it's really disheartening because it's already an
Hold on
issue
now.
that,
Keep going. I'm gonna go back on the laptop.
oh, okay, it's already an issue that we have when it comes to African American kids that are missing, you know, they don't roll everything out like they do, with, I'd say the clear people or other people. So now this just makes it, worse. What happens when the next, African American is, missing? Are they going to go as hard? But I really think that it makes it look bad on us. And also, too, makes it look bad for the nurses, like, lady, you were in nursing school. And, we're pretty smart. That NCLEX and everything that we take is a very hard, some, test to take. And I'm thinking, come on. Like, that was a really bad move. And I think that the mother knew. I think, of course, the father knew because in that interview, it was scripted. And then the father, if you look at his facial expression, look at the mom's body language. And basically, it's like, yeah, they knew. They knew that the daughter had ran a play, and like I said, it's just bad. It's bad all the way around. But like with what TT and Perp is doing with trying to go to legislation and get that taken care of, to raise the Amber Alert, age. And this is making everything, hard for people that are trying to, do the, rather it's missing children, rather it's missing adults, rather, we have the sex trafficking and everything that's going on. This is just a really bad look. And she really needs to be prosecuted for this. And not only prosecuted, she needs that bill with all of the man hours and the manpower that we use, to look for her taxpayers' money. Definitely she needs that bill and she needs to do some time, you know, um, Mrs. Smollett, we're gonna call her now. I mean, these plays are ridiculous, but she should have thought that one out. I mean, it was terrible. Go ahead, TT Love.
Uh, And like I said, I hope they do make an example out of her because she is a woman of color. And we've already heard about it, a similar story where a Caucasian lady did the same thing. But of course, race does not matter when you use something so sensitive and vulnerable as such as a abduction and a missing person case to pull a hoax and fool the whole country. It doesn't matter about race at all. You should be held to the same standards as anybody else who would commit a crime like this. Monet said
Absolutely.
she's trying to be kidnapped by them. She had the whole
Salute, Miss
squad.
Red. She's like, I want my hair played with and I want my
Yeah,
nails
right.
done. Let's go on.
They can keep them
That's right.
cheeses though. She said, "I did
Right,
hear.
the cheeses.
I
Like
did
you
hear."
didn't get fed cheeses.
She said she heard on TikTok that she's messing with a 17 boy still in high school. Yeah, so that's a
Yeah,
speculation. We don't know for sure, but that is what they're saying. And so like we don't know who she went to the Red Roof in. She didn't go to no like 5-star hotel, but she was up there with
right.
somebody with the cheeses and everything.
Do
And
you
Big
guys?
O wants you to come
Oh, go
kidnap them
ahead.
on my watch. Big
Do
O wants
right.
you.
Do you guys remember that the news was saying that they were holding something back that was very personal, that, they weren't going to give that information out? Do you guys
Oh,
possibly think that maybe she was
certainly.
pregnant by the 17-year-old? Is that
Now,
what we
over at Shanks, they said that I'm definitely keeping my ear to the pavement because it's a lot of stuff that people are coming up with, and it makes sense.
uh
I mean, it's just kind of fitting to what's going on, and I don't know if she's pregnant and she ran away to have an illegal I ain't gonna say the word, but have
right.
something, a procedure done. I don't know if she just did this because she was upset with the ex-boyfriend. She wanted attention. I don't know. I have no idea what would make a person do something this crazy. Moving forward, we want answers. We
That could
definitely
be
want to
a
know.
big possibility because if you think about it, right, and one of those illegal things done, right, we have to think about this. She stole from her job all that toilet paper, right, and a robe.
Yeah.
What was the robe? I'm still confused about the robe and the toilet paper. And why would you put your job at risk to steal those two items? I still never got what the robe
Well,
and the
everybody
toilet paper.
and see those two items alone speaks that she could have been gone left somewhere to go have a medical procedure
I
done.
was thinking that.
But then over at Shanks, they also said that the items that were taken sound like a hoe bag, like she had packed a little hoe bag. And she can't have a suitcase, you know,
Uh-huh.
taken off like she did. So she took, I think, the essential things that she thought she
Hmm.
was going to need. And in both situations, it could have been those items were needed. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
that's
right.
crazy. Hopefully she will tell the whole story and we'll get a better idea of what why those specific items and what was going through her head when she made this choice.
I don't think she'll ever tell the whole
Jamal said,
story. I mean,
"Y'all,"
she's lied this long. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
he said, "Y'all ain't been in love like Carlee been in love." Well, I've been in love, but it ain't never made me do no crap like this. And if I gotta listen, I think a lot of women, all the ladies, can agree with me when it comes to this. If you got to do all that over a man, then you don't need them for real.
Girl, can you imagine some Peter being that good?
Nope.
I mean, that gotta be some bomb ass dingaling to make you
I
do a whole entire girls. Hold the pause. Do you know how
don't.
good that gotta be to do all that?
Still don't see.
Listen,
I
I
still
want
don't see
some of
it.
that.
Listen, if it can't send me straight up to heaven, I don't want it. Okay. Monet
Right.
said, and I also seen on TikTok that she was Googling how long before you start showing when pregnant. Yeah, when she had that little half shirt on and they had a picture of her up there, I did see a little pudge, but I don't know. Maybe she need to stop and lay off
Oh,
the Cheez-Its. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe some stuff is going on with her where she just ain't, filling up the part, and the boyfriend got eyes for somebody else, and she's making stupid choices. I don't know. Either it's pregnancy, peen, or stupidity, or all three of them. We don't
I
know.
didn't know she researched. I had no idea that she researched that. Interesting.
And I'm sorry, I'm so slow on the comments. Salute, Miss Red. Welcome to the building. She said,
Miss Red, hello, love.
what state still offers AB? And I think you got to go all the way to Mexico, Monea. I think you got to go. I don't think on that, that far south it's illegal. It's legal anymore. So I think she has to go to Mexico if she was doing that.
Right, because we remember
But
that
there's still the back alley.
they
Yeah, they
changed
still
that.
do that. They probably back to doing the back alley situation. So
And maybe she thought she could do one of those old school, hangers, and maybe got all that toilet paper and all that. Hey, that could be a possibility.
hmm the person that posted it on TikTok had access to the police station statement prior to them releasing it. So I don't know. Yeah, and and see, that's what they were saying. They couldn't say anything because it would violate her privacy.
Right.
Yes, Sarah, it
Hmm.
is crazy. Okay,
Wow.
Miss Red Big O wants to ask you a question. Miss Red, was it you that blocked me at You Know Who channel?
Oh Lord. Who said that?
Big O.
Big O, sit your butt down
Big O in
and
here
get
being a
you some
troublemaker. I'm
soda.
just playing. No, I did not. I blocked two people, then unblocked them when NR was comfortable, but no, you weren't one of the two. Okay.
And Big O did not send me dinner. Big O, you did not send me dinner tonight. So that's a problem. We got to talk about that.
Yes, they do have tissues at the hotel, Monea. That's why I said when she did the boyfriend pick her up, and he said, "Hey, we got to hide out in this 18-wheeler so nobody can see you within those first few hours is going to be real hectic. A lot of spotlights and search parties and dogs and drones and everything." Was it something like where they said they got to camp out maybe, and she just needed that toilet paper in case she had to go tinkle or something? I'm just still, this is like a movie, right? You can kind of play it out in
Mm-hmm.
your mind, but
Yep.
when you come up with all that you heard, it's a jacked up movie. But I could see it happening. I could actually see them making a movie out of this story.
Oh yeah, Lifetime is definitely gonna pick this one up.
She was googling that, Monea, or maybe all three. TT, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could listen, child. This day and age, you don't know. People are doing some crazy stuff out here. She said, how did she escape the 18-wheeler? Have they said? Miss Red, they said that she wasn't never, they don't believe she was at no 18-wheeler. They said that she wasn't kidnapped, and that was included in her story that the kidnapper took her into an 18-wheeler. So I'm saying, if the kidnapper didn't take her into the 18-wheeler, did she just have to camp out in one, or what was the situation? We still don't have those details. They just confirmed that this is a hoax. So
Yeah.
she said,
And
"Oh, not the
remember,
auntie in the shed. She brave, right?"
she said, with them doing all that, they were nice to her, fed her the cheese it, played with her hair, did that also too, all the stuff that she was saying. Like I said, they were the sweetest, nicest kidnappers in the world. And she said they took a picture of her, but she was blindfolded. Remember, she
Mm,
was, saying, like, what?
exactly. Like, come on now. They would have tied you up, girl. If a kidnapper wants you bad enough, they not gonna just let you be free where you can swing at them and kick the. You know what I'm saying? That's just not
Right.
realistic at all.
Yeah.
So, Carlee,
And I think they knew that early on, TT. I think of course, the investigators knew that from the beginning.
I do too. I think
And
they
that's why
tied
they
her.
keep her
Yeah,
longer for an evaluation at the hospital, because they knew they didn't even, probably do a rape kit or anything like that, because they knew. I mean, an hour, they didn't do anything.
they did not do the R kit, and that's crazy because you would think they would. They can't force her to do one, but
No.
because she said she was abducted and held up for those hours and this, that, and other, and undressed, and all that, you would think that they would have been like, okay, you need to get this. You know what I'm saying? It would have been enforced, but
Right.
they said
And then
give
that
her space.
and then at first what I had actually thought when Shank first played the interview and she said, well, we wanted to, hug her, really tight, but, they wanted the professionals, to be able to do it. At first, I thought maybe they did that because of evidence. They didn't want to tamper with evidence, could have, taken some DNA off of her body and everything. And that's what I thought. But then as Shank kept playing it, and I'm like, if my child is gone and gone for 2 days, can't nobody stop me from grabbing my baby and holding my baby tight. You're gonna have to pry me off of my baby. And then it was just all bad.
Hmm.
Completely. Who doesn't hug their child
Shouldn't
from
even
being
have made a
gone?
statement. Exactly. They shouldn't have even made a statement until she was ready to talk and come clean and say, hey, this was a hoax. This wasn't even real. Because the mother was like,
Agree.
she had to physically and mentally fight. What did she have to physically and mentally fight through running
Right.
through the trees? Child, because didn't
Yeah.
nobody
She
do
had to fight
nothing
for her life. They
to
said
this
she
lady.
literally fought
Fought
for
for
her
her
life,
life.
love.
Yeah. Big words in a situation like this. So let me get into this clip because what we want is Carlee to take accountability. She's made the first step. She gave the confession that this was not real. This was a hoax. And that's the first step in getting a lawyer because she probably knows by now that she's going to have to face some legal ramifications for her actions. But let's get into this little short clip about accountability.
Let me say this because it's really important. If I say something racist and you say, hey, Brene, I need to let you know how that just landed, and you hold me accountable for it, and then I feel shame, that's not shaming me. That's holding me accountable. You're responsible for the accountability, but you're not responsible for my emotional reaction to it. But that's not shaming me. Shaming me is you're a piece of crap, you're a horrible person, that's shame. In the research, that guilt's a very socially adaptive emotion. It drives amends, apologies, behavior change, accountability. Shame drives double downing, rationalizing, blaming.
So what she said was very true. We're not saying that you're a horrible person, Carlee. We're not saying. Your actions is what was horrible. We're not saying you yourself is a horrible person. We don't know what was going on with you mentally to, have you act out in this way. We're not rationalizing the act, you. And what you felt or what your emotions was at that time. We're rationalizing the act. Okay. And
Can
so
I
the
jump in there
accountability
real
needs to be
quick?
held.
Go ahead.
Yeah, your accountability needs to be held to the highest standard because you had a lot of people, especially that lady who was out there with your family praying and crying and searching for you, and she had actually lost a child who had been
Hmm.
abducted, and her
Yes.
child never returned home. And can you imagine how she feels and what she's going through right now, knowing that you came home safe and you faked this, but her child didn't come home. This was her reality for her and her
Right.
child. And there's a lot of people all over the country that have experienced the same sadness. And we just don't want that. We really want to shine a positive light and get on people that are being returned home safely, not people who are lying about being taken. Go ahead, Nama Watch.
Yeah, well, as TT said, that we're not saying that you are a horrible person, right? TT's not saying that. Not on my watch is saying you're a horrible person. Nor
Nama
not on
Watch
my
said she
watch
was
is
a safe
saying that
hotel
you're a
girl.
horrible person. And
Right.
the reason why I'm saying that is because you were selfish. You didn't think about your family, other people that are actually missing. You didn't think about the taxpayers. You didn't think about anything, your job. You didn't think about no one. And she was being selfish. And I think that she is a horrible person. And I'm sorry. That's how I feel. And I'm gonna keep it 100 all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Well,
and we appreciate that about you. And again, I don't want to deter away from what she did at all, and make people are going to show compassion or they're not going to show compassion. A lot of people don't want to, like I said, because this is a real live situation that we have in our a bad situation that we have in our country that keeps I mean, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people and kids are coming up missing. So a lot of people don't want to show compassion, Carlee. But at the end of the day, you can take accountability, stand up, let speak on your situation, and let the people feel at ease, knowing why you did this and what did you plan to gain from it. So answer those tough questions and deal with your consequence as it comes.
Right. And also too, since she has gotten back, right? The ex-boyfriend had got a restraining order. So I'm wondering, is she like harassing him because she wasn't coming out, they said. So I wonder what was she doing for her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, I'm sorry, to get a restraining order against her. Interesting, right?
I was wondering too. I didn't know if maybe because the family was, maybe they were trying to urge him to give some kind of statement to justify what she did or add, what I'm saying? I don't know. All
Right.
I know is he did, first of all, his Instagram page, he done blew up. There's so many, single ladies, that have reached out to him and are trying to date him and all this. And he's become real famous overnight. So what I did see was that they were giving him props because he showed her humility. He asked the public to lay off a little bit, stop being so judgmental, and you know, pray for her if anything. But at the end of the day, I think people are just saying, what was the position? What was his position in this plot? Did he have anything to do with it? Did he aid her in any way? Why is it that all of a sudden she was unblocking him and she was supposed to have been abducted by the man in the orange wig? We don't know. We still trying to figure that out. And
Ronald McDonald.
he seems like a very professional, career driven young man, very nice looking. So I don't know. Is it the 17-year-old that warped her mind and had her jacked up? Is it a baby coming? Is it what's going on?
Right.
Ms. Red said, I
Mm-mm.
wonder about the family dynamics, maybe over controlling, and this was a feeble attempt to exercise independence. And you know what, Ms. Red, they said that the same thing
Yes.
over at Shanks. They said it seems like she's very privileged, very spoiled. It appears that the family, just kind of pats her, gives her passes, and she may be overwhelmed being there at her age. She may want more freedom. We don't know. But with her profession, with her being a nursing student and all that, you'd have thought that she could have been out there on her own.
Well, they had said, TT, if you go to the father's, um, I guess his page or his social media and whatever he does as a job, they said that he was, I forgot what, I don't want to say a more, I forgot
You
what that,
said
but they said
Mason.
that a Mason, right? And they said that they're extremely strict. They, their expectations for their children is like basically, they want them to be beyond perfect and, things like that. Because, like you said, at 25 years old, you know what I mean? Probably she should have been out there on her own and everything. It wasn't like they were financially, struggling in any way. Um, she drove a new red Mercedes. So basically, I don't know too much about Masons or anything like that. So, but they said that there is a control factor when it comes to children and everything. And maybe they were extremely strict. I don't know. But a 25-year-old, living at home, and the way she came back as if she was like, the stuff that she was doing and saying, they said, it's kind of like if she was a, 15-year-old kid or something. So,
Hmm.
like I said, I don't know if it was, could be a little bit of mental illness or some issues because nobody just does that. They don't just wake up and say, hey, I'm going to fake this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So something is still going on.
Yeah.
I don't think that she's been maybe diagnosed, with it, or maybe on some type of medication. We don't know because they didn't say she had a history of mental illness, but that's just not normal.
It ain't normal. Big O, salute Jennifer. Welcome to the building, love. Big O said, I think the dad knew she was lying and looked crazy in the interview because he was going to have to pay for this shit. You know what, Big O? I think that he didn't want to have to get slapped upside his head and cussed out later on, after the interview was over and the cameras was gone. He did have that look on his face, and
Mhm.
I told them over at Shanks, I said he looked like the mama, she looked like she controls that household. She
Yeah.
calling the shots and everything. And so they were saying that Carlee was tweeting stuff, real suspicious stuff about her parents, or especially her mother. And they were saying, I don't know how they sleeping. They ain't there sleeping with one eye open with Carlee being in the house, because she sound like she's trying to Menendez brothers or something to that reference. Like,
Wow.
it could be a situation where she was acting out against the mother and possibly the dad too. We don't know. But again, hopefully we'll learn why she did this and what does she expect to come from it. Salute, Brenda. Welcome to the building, love. Um, Jamal said them light skinned niggas with beards have y'all tweaking. Who's
What light
dang,
skinned
Jamal?
niggas with beards? What?
Dang. Who is you talking about?
Hey, salute to everybody. Brenda, who else came out? I didn't even get a chance to look. Jennifer, Brenda, salute. But you
Jennifer
know
said
what?
family and neighbors are, yeah, I get that feeling too. Like, dang,
Yeah.
you know, she has the trauma. Okay, well, what trauma? What
I
trauma,
mean,
not
she
what?
could have been in, well, like they said, the mother seemed to, be a certain way, but the father was jumping in during the interview, and he seemed like he was controlling and making sure that she stayed on script to me. But I mean, there could have been some type of trauma or anything, because if she's tweeting stuff about her parents, what is the dynamic of their relationship and everything? Why, would she be doing that? So maybe there is some, you know, control issues going on in there. I mean, I don't know, but that seems kind of odd. That's another thing right there, with her sitting up there saying about her parents. And if they say, um, the dad is, this and that, hey, you never know. Because I mean, any 25-year-old can, be still at home and, everything. Usually, like, a lot of kids, they stay home, you know, in the what, mother's, father's basement when they're going through college and things like that. But she didn't seem like they were financially struggling, to where she couldn't be out and have her own apartment and things like that. I don't know. And then another thing too, she could have been possibly thinking like, okay, her boyfriend, could be her meal ticket in order to get out the house. Maybe she thought, hey, he's gonna marry her, and that's gonna be, a lot of people do that. Will marry, just to get away from the parents and have an opportunity to get out the house. And maybe him cheating on her and everything, maybe those dreams of her being able to get out the house were gone.
I agree, but
You
there's
never
so many other
know.
ways to release stress, or even if she was going through a depression, girl, go on a vacation, go to a spa, go out with your girlfriends, hang out, you know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff that she could have done, but she chose this route. It was so
Well,
untasteful.
it depends, when people are suffering from, depression, um, anxiety and things like that, you don't think, oh, let me go relieve this stress and, go on a vacation. A lot of times people don't know where their depression, is coming from, the level of depression. I mean, we don't know if she could have a beginning stages of anything like schizophrenia, bipolar. There's a lot of different stages of mental illness, and we just don't know what that was if she was suffering from any of it.
But that's definitely um something that could become, could be in play with her, but we don't know. And again, we're not psychiatrists, so we can't diagnose what exactly was going on with her. But I do know that communication helps.
Right.
And, if she was feeling, backed up against the wall or any kind of way inadequate, she could have spoke to someone. They got hotlines for this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Free hotlines. Call. The person don't have to know your name. You just call in
Right.
there and tell them what you're going through, and they can probably, coach a person off a ledge of making these stupid type decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Can
want
we
to shout out
diagnose her
social
and
media.
say she crazy?
Yeah. I want to shout out social media because
Mm-hmm.
y'all have just been out here not letting up. And I believe it's because of, some the memes and the all the attention that the story was getting, that, and just some people putting it in a negative light, not just putting it in a negative light, but just making a humor out of it. Probably is what prompted her to say, let me just go on and tell the truth, because people are trying to make light of the situation and being real funny about it. And I'm going to show you some clips of some of my favorite ones that I've seen. Cause yeah, y'all been doing y'all's thing when it came to this case.
Okay.
One leg in, one leg out, other leg in, other leg out. Ass up, lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
So that was actually Carlee
What?
doing TikTok. Yeah, that was her. Let me play it one more time so y'all can see it.
One leg in, one leg out, other leg in, other leg out. Ass up, lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Wow.
So yeah, y'all can see that she was at some point in a happy space. And
Mm-hmm.
she definitely utilizes social media, and so people have fired back at her by doing, using social media to fire back at her. Here's another one.
You see what happened to that Carlee girl? Girl, I was just on Facebook. I had to get off TikTok because that stuff that made me mad, baby. Why you mad? Because I done prayed for the girl thinking something wrong. I could have saved my doggone prayer. She need to get my prayer back. Had them folks out there with Lamborghini, German Shepherd, hound dogs, helicopters, acting like she went missing. But she ain't never say she went missing. She ain't never say she wasn't missing. Then what about her calling the police talking about it was a baby in the road or walking or something? You know what? That girl probably was on the edible. I think she was on the edible. My grandmama eat edibles. Why she ain't do that? She probably ate too many. What about when they say she left her phone in her wig in the car? Why she do that? Girl, you seen how hot it is out here? I'd have snatched my wig off too. I would have too, but ain't no way I'm finna leave it in the car. Cause I might have to walk in a store or something and have to put it right back on. I ain't finna leave it in my car. You know, they say her and her boyfriend was into it. And she blocked him. But then she unblocked him. Probably so he could try to see where she at, where she was. That's what I'm saying. She probably went in outside his bushes and stuff and seeing him come outside. He probably had somebody in the house. And she probably thought he was going to come out or something like that, but he never showed up. So she probably walked home. Because I don't think her house wasn't there for. Her folks' house wasn't there for. What about the Google searches when she searched up how to go missing? Then she watching Taken and all that. What's up with that? She probably let somebody use her phone. Girl, that girl ain't let nobody use her phone. What you taking up for her for? No, I'm just saying. I knew it was a lie when she said the folks kidnapped her and had her eating cheeses.
Boy, the internet undefeated.
And that's how we been. That's it. And shout out to Curran Claiborne. He's one of my favorite comedians. But yeah, that's how we been, y'all. We've been really like, girl, what about when she said, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, social media has been, listen, all last week, this week, it's been my friend, because I've been over here crying, laughing at some of the stuff that I've seen. I got one more for you.
Let's go. Wow.
They said that's Carlee running home when she saw the pictures of her parents shared her without her wig on. Child, I feel like laughing when I saw that. So yeah, I just really think
Wow.
Carlee is gonna have some serious consequences and repercussions behind her, this hoax and what she did, and hopefully she'll learn a really tough lesson. And this won't shine a negative light on those that are missing and those that possibly will become missing. We just want to raise that Amber Alert, y'all, so that we can get these people home, or you know make the chance of someone's life being saved greater than the unthinkable.
Right.
That's our mission over here. And so now I'm gonna watch. That's really all that I had to come over here and say about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've been covering it, you know, since it happened and talking about it. So I really don't have much to say, but every time there's an update, make sure you keep us posted on it so we can talk about it. You and, Shank too. We love going over there. Shanks is crazy over there, but we love it over there. So you guys keep the updates coming. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And also, too, salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for coming. Also, please hit that like button, on the way out. And like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting.
Yes, thank you everybody who's subbed and who's sharing live, and also making sure that you're over here showing me love, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate y'all. Be on point, y'all. Never miss a beat. And so with that being said, I'm gonna take us out, but I want everybody to be mindful. And now my watch is probably not going to agree with me, but I still would like everybody to say a prayer for Carlee, because we don't know,
Absolutely.
what she's going through. But prayer does work, and it can change any
Right.
situation around. So, yep.
Well, I'm
But
gonna pray. Listen, I'm going regardless if I think she's wrong and she's done some stuff. I'm gonna pray for the right, pray for the wrong. Prayer is important regardless of what situation it is. Pray. I'm gonna pray that maybe she go and get some help and find out why she did what she did. But yeah, I'm always going to pray for somebody regardless of what situation they're in. Absolutely, love.
well,
Absolutely.
blessings to you for that, not on my watch. And I'm going to continue to pray for all of us. We all got to stay safe and be vigilant in our surroundings and everything that is going on around us in our world, because we just don't know um, what if this could be us. This could be us. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome, Julie D. I'm sorry. She said the mama was in on it. And you know
Oh,
what, Miss Julie, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel like somebody helped her. It may have been the mama, but what do you think the mama's reasoning would be for helping her do this? Not on my watch. I didn't even think about the
you
mama.
know what? I'm going to tell you one thing that sometimes when people have a relationship with their parents, sometimes their parents will go, through hell and high water. Maybe she could possibly seen that, her daughter was going through it, sad, depressed for, the breakup of her boyfriend. And sometimes people want to see their, kid happy. And sometimes they go over above and beyond for their kids. I've seen things, happen like that before where people do some stupid things, for their children and end up getting in trouble for it. So, you never know. You never know. But then when she went through those woods, I mean, she didn't have a car there, um, waiting out in the woods. So who picked her up? Remember, she said it like what the cousin she had spoke to. I think whoever it was, the sister-in-law, whatever, where she said that was the baby or whatever,
Mhm.
could have been in on it too. But who picked her up and got her to that Red Roof Inn or wherever she went to? Who? Somebody else was in on it.
Somebody definitely helped her, because that stretch of highway, and that brush, that woods, that was behind the highway. Ain't no way she survived out there for all them days. And
No.
well, maybe she could have with the toilet paper, the robe, and the cheeses and
Yeah.
stuff.
And the cheeses.
But
Yeah,
I'm
because they didn't say anybody else that, they were questioning, or they didn't say anything like that. So I'm wondering, because remember, they said that she did check in to that Red Roof Inn, but remember, they said she checked in under a different name. So I wonder how far the Red Roof Inn is from that stretch of highway where, she was at. So I'm going to look that up,
yeah,
I mean, later on.
that's a
Right.
good question. Julie said donation money they made over $60,000. Dang, and so that people ain't gonna get their money back. Cause I think, let me see something. I read something where they said the people wasn't gonna get the money back, the donation money back. Did you read that?
Yeah.
When it
Yeah,
they
I
said
did. I did, but the donation money was for, it wasn't for, what was it, for the crime, not the Crime Stoppers, but that was for to help in the search, correct? So it wasn't like that was a reward money, or was it?
Crime Stoppers
Uh-huh.
and what was the other one? It was a GoFundMe.
And there was no crime. Okay, so the GoFundMe maybe, help
Not
with,
return.
but yeah, but there was, like I said, there was no kidnapping, or anything like that. So that money is probably not going to go to anyone. So that's interesting. I
Dang,
didn't know there
that's
was
sad.
two of them, a
But she
GoFundMe
said
and,
they were, yeah, Crime Stoppers. She said they're not
oh,
gonna be
okay.
refunded. Not on my watch.
Wow.
Dang, I hate that. I really do. Them
Yeah,
people deserve their money back.
absolutely.
Dang, so that's why, Carlee, you gonna be held accountable for this stuff, this mess. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people mad about, and we living in hard times, man. People don't just got money to throw away like this, and people doing hoaxes and stuff. That's
Yeah.
mm, mm,
Hard times, hard, very hard times, TT. Shoot. I know I'm broke. I know that my electric bill living in Arizona, you guys know it's 115 to 20 degrees out here. Shoot, my electric bill is $800. Shoot. Ain't nobody got no extra money to just be thrown away for people to be, playing, games and doing the stuff that they doing. But they should
exactly.
give those people their money back. I don't understand why they're not gonna
Julie,
give them their money
Julie,
back.
Julie, I was gonna end the live, but you came in here and amped the
And
discussion
amped it
back
back
up.
up. Let's go, Julie.
Shout out to Julie. She said we can't forget about possible movies or literary rights. So you think
Mm.
that they could, oh man, Nama Watch, she shouldn't get no money from no movie made about this story.
No, nuh-uh. I mean, you got to think. If she does get money for it, then of course her probably restitution and everything. She's have to pay that back. To the police department. The search parties and all that stuff. I mean, look at everything when Jesse Smollett he did his little thing. Look, he's got to pay all that money back too. But I don't think.
I mean,
I
cause
don't
they
think
had the
so.
high tech search party. They had drones and
Mhm.
stuff. And yeah, they had the high tech. Yeah, the family might have to file for bankruptcy or something.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be
Well,
able
if
to pay
her
all that
parents
money.
is gonna pay for it, I mean, she's 25 years old. You know what I mean? She should be held responsible for it, not the parents. That's her
Right.
bill. And also, too, they said that she wasn't doing too well in nursing school. They said she was failing, right? Or she was,
Failing out of
um,
yep. Yep.
yeah,
Her
she was
DNA said
failing and
that.
everything. So, like,
So
golly, girl.
what's the repercussions of having this type of profession and committing a crime like this? Will she lose her? Well, she ain't got her license yet,
She
but
ain't
with
got her
that,
license yet, but you cannot have a felony, like that. So basically, if she was, then and they charge her with a felony, she would be done. But we have to think about this too. A lot of people go through situations when it comes to, boyfriends and things like that. So, she could have been doing great in school. She could have been, a straight A student, and having issues and problems with her boyfriend could have completely just took her down, because let me tell you, I used to be up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning studying. So maybe she just wasn't in it, not studying, not focusing, not paying attention. So at the end, with the issues, that could have happened. We never know because you have to really be focused, and there is a lot of studying. And I don't know if she was actually just only doing the prereqs first, and then was she into the nursing program yet? Was she doing clinicals? Like what stage, you know, was she at? I wonder.
Yeah, we
And
don't
think
know
about
that.
it. A
They
lot of
said,
people
and
go
they
through a lot of stuff
and they
when they
said
in
that she
love.
was failing.
Hmm.
Yeah, they definitely said she was failing out of nursing school and stealing from her job, and now the job don't fired her and all that, and so it's like a lot. Julie said Tawana Brawley tried this in the '80s. She tried to sell her story to the highest bidder. Yeah, and see, gain a
Mm.
notoriety off of a hoax. I don't agree with that. She said, I think they will use their house
Wow.
as collateral. They live in a wealth neighborhood. That's a possibility, Julie.
Yeah.
Miss Red
That,
said
yeah.
she has to be convicted for her to not be able to make money from her story. Son of Sam Laws. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
Wow.
people are, and that's what people are saying. She needs a conviction and she needs this to go on a record and she needs to either, definitely pay restitution and she needs to do some sort of community service. Now, I don't know. I think the other young lady that pulled this off, she got 18 months or something like that is what they said. How much time?
Also, okay, this happened before and she ended up getting 18 months.
Yeah, the comment ain't, I can't, it's gone now.
18
Let's
months of what? Probation or 18 months in jail, prison, or?
think 18 months in prison. Her name was Sherry.
Oh.
Hold on.
I think that she's going to get all that. I think she's going to get jail time or prison
Sherry
time. I think
Papini.
she's going to get restitution, probation. I think she's going to get all of it.
Yeah. Sherry Papini is the young lady who did this same thing. And
Mm.
they said she got 18 months. She said she could sell her story. Exactly, Ms. Red. She could sell her story right now because she has not been officially charged. I have a feeling that that is what the family is doing behind the scenes. And you know what? You're probably right because if this was for monetary gain or financial gain, that's what, they probably are up to if the family is aiding her in this. No charges, no convictions equals right able to be sold. Rights able to be sold. Dang.
Wow.
I bet she already sold the rights. Hallmark movie upcoming. Shaking my head. Exactly. Or Tubi or one of them.
Yeah, this is
Cheese the
crazy.
need to make the movie. Jamal funny. They
Mm-mm.
might sponsorship. Hell, that that
Yeah.
because she says cheese it's she might they get her picture on the box or some mess.
Well, listen,
Lord.
if Jesus decides that they want to sponsor, this ain't like, being a basketball player and getting a Nike deal. You know what I'm saying? This
Right.
is crazy, but people think of crazy things. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, too, you know who usually comes through when stuff like this happens?
Who?
Porn companies. They usually say, okay, let's go ahead and do a porn scene where you're kidnapped and all that. Yeah, I'm telling you, they always come through with that. Anybody in the chat tell me I'm lying. Those companies always come through. I don't see her making a big deal with anybody like Cheez-Its or a big sponsorship, but those slut bucket companies,
No,
you know what I mean?
Jesus don't want no part of it. They don't want no part
Girl,
of
Jesus,
this.
Jesus ain't going. They are not going. I guarantee you.
Miss
But
Julie
yeah.
said the reason this is so serious is because it went internationally. People all over the world heard about Carlee Russell. Exactly. Exactly. People
Hmm.
cried out visuals
Yeah.
about that. Oh, they had a baby and they lured her, and you know what I'm saying. People was really upset about this story, and so, I mean, just to think that she used a baby as that that 911 call. It's a baby walking on the highway. Just imagine how people's hearts felt like.
Heck yeah.
Where's the baby? What happened to the baby? Is the baby okay? Did they kidnap the baby too? It's so much. and it's
Well,
jacked
I
up.
thought nobody reported a baby missing. Like nobody reported a baby missing. So that was out misread. You know what I'm talking about, misread. They will be calling. The adult film stars will be calling.
Uh-huh. And she just as crazy. She might do it. She might do
Mm-hmm.
it. But yeah. Dang, y'all brought up some real good questions and some good opinions, and y'all added a lot of theory to what's already in place. And I think because Shank is doing such a good job over there, and I get so many different viewpoints. It just has broadened my whole perspective on stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just focus on, oh, she lied, it's a hoax. They over there, they getting down to the root of you know situation. So I mean, and
Right.
adding a little comedy to it, but alien abductions and Baby Yoda, and so it's funny. But I truly do appreciate y'all. I truly do. And as soon as I saw that they did the press conference, I just knew I had to come over here and give the update because this has been an important topic all this week and all last week. It's been what, 3 weeks since, or what, 2 weeks?
Right. About that couple of
Yeah,
weeks. Little over.
very
Yeah.
trending and trending heavy for sure. So I'm
Yeah.
happy to be able to add to the commentary on it. She said there
And
is
there's
always
a lot of good stuff out there, TT.
yes,
You know, you
absolutely,
got
Miss
the
Julie.
Y&W Melly case, that, they had a hung jury on that, and that had been really big. You know what I mean? Been a lot of big stories, but it's been overshadowed by this.
Hmm. And there is someone being abducted as we speak. Someone's still
Mhm.
missing as we speak. So we also want to shine a light on those people and their stories as well. And like I said, because over at Shanks, they're running the Shanquilla Robinson story really big over there, and people are asking, why didn't her story get so much publicity, and why aren't we continuing to say her name and continuing to talk about her? So people are going to be definitely raising us, a big stink about this. So we're for it. We're here for it. We appreciate everybody's opinion, everybody's input, and definitely the social media aspect point of view, because everybody is just doing a great job, even the humorous stuff that's out there.
Right, right. And you guys have to keep in mind too that without social media, if it was back in, like I don't know, 70s, 80s, whatever, without social media, they're, able to solve a lot of crimes. That probably maybe 80% of crimes are solved by social media. Rather if people
Hmm.
are telling on themselves, self snitching when it comes to, murders and thefts and everything, it's always that social media that solves a lot of stuff.
Hmm. So again, shout out to everybody doing their thing and on social media, using their platforms, whatever, wherever it is, and whatever it is to keep these topics trending. Julie said the police officer seems like he wanted to go off on her, but he had to keep it professional. Exactly, I said the same thing.
Hmm.
He did look very disappointed. And she said, I'm still praying for those who are really missing and their families. Absolutely. Absolutely,
Yes.
Julie. We're going to continue to pray. And as you heard Not on My Watch say, we're even praying for Carlee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. She messed up, but hey, there's a reason why she done that. So we have to pray, for those that, do things that are not good, for those that do things that are good. We still pray for all of them. Pray for everyone, you know what I mean? Even pray for me, you know?
absolutely. We'll be praying for each other. Um,
Absolutely.
Sarah said, thank you, everyone. Keep up the great work, TT. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. So if you don't mind, Sarah dropping Sarah's link down in the chat, Miss Red's, Shanks. I think that's it.
Yep,
Round table two, please.
absolutely.
We're gonna drop
And
some links down, have a little quick link dropping session. And as she's doing that, y'all, I'm gonna play a song and then we'll go ahead and end it out.
Amazing live, TT. Amazing love.
Thank you, Not on My Watch. Thank you so much for joining me on the panel and aiding me in the discussion. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm going to drop down. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
Butterfly in the sky, fly so high. Reflection in my eyes, shine so bright. Should've known the day would come when you would go away. But I was too wrapped up in your love to ever know. How would I know that you didn't want to stay? You were ready to leave. Am I just a fool? That everything forever is a thing. You didn't want to stay. You were ready to leave. I guess I'm just a fool to ever think forever
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for that little intermission. Miss Red, okay. So now I'm gonna watch Miss Red. Okay, thank you, Sarah, so much for dropping all those links. And again, I want to thank everybody for being in the building with me this evening. Everybody, please don't forget to hit the like on your way out, share the live, and also hit the post notification bell so you'll always know when I'm going live and when I'm over here giving you these hot topics. So again, with all that being said, thank you all so much. Everybody stay blessed.